Vayechi, Yakov beretz Mitzrayim 17 shana. And Yaakov lived in the land of Mitzrayim for 17 years. Yalkut Rish Parshas Vayechi b'shem Rabos Parshat Tzadik Vav. So in Yalkut Shimoni, it brings in the name of Medrash Rabbah Lama Parshas Ustuma Mikol Parshas Torah. Why is this parsha as Parsha Stuma more than any other of the parshios of the Torah that begins a new parsha, a new sidra, Ratzalomash in Barevach Klal, Kam Shiur, Parsha Stuma, that is to say, that it doesn't have any room in between the parshios at all, like even as much as a Parsha Stuma. Elakivin Sheniftar Yaakov Avinu, Hischila Shibur, that's because as soon as Yaakov passed, the subjugation and enslavement began. Davar acher shebikesh Yaakov Avinu legalus haketz v'nistam mimenu. Another reason is because that it's more sasum, is that Yaakov wanted to reveal the end, and it was hidden from him. Yishlahayim inyan mem stuma delamar be'hamisra. We can awaken to the concept of the mem stuma of the word Lamar Beha Misra of the Nevuah of Yeshaya about Lasilava. Another idea is, another drasha is that was hidden from him, was closed off from him all the difficulties of the world. Yerushalmi, Perek Testekloim, Mamas Nissen. So it's brought in Gemara Yerushalmi. Tachrich Yameis Chulu, Ein Behem Mishum Kloim, that the interment garments, they don't. You don't have to worry about climb or burying somebody in them with climb. Rabbi Hava Yasiv Le B'Tzipuri Shvas Reshana. Rabbi was dwelling in Sipuri for 17 years. Vekara al Garmei Vayechi Yakov beretz Mitzrayim 17 shana. And he called about himself that Yaakov lived, the verse that Yaakov lived in the land of Mitzrayim for 17 years. Vayechi Yehuda b'Tzipuri 17 shana. And he said that Yehuda lived in Sipuri for 17 years of Yehuda Nasi. Zohar Parshas Vayishlach Daf Kuf Sameches Amar Beis. So it's brought in Zohar Vayishlach Avram v'Yakov v'Yosef inichu David ein shana, that Avram, Yaakov, and Yosef gave to David. They left for David 70 years. Yaakov havale liskaima ba'alma kiyomoy de Avraham, that Yaakov should have lived like the days of Avraham. Hainu kuf ein hey shana, that is to say 175 years. V'lo iskaim elamea v'arbayin shnin. And he only lived for 147. That is, that he was missing 28 years. And that's the concept of strength. Like the strength of Adnai. And that's the miloi of the name is 28 letters, because the miloi itself is 10 letters of Hashem's name. And the question is asked because Adam Arishon also gave to David 70 years. So what's the difference between Adam's years that he gave and the Avos and Yosef? But nonetheless, he only lived 70 years total. And Zohar Chama answers that since Adam Arishon sinned, the 70 years he gave him were blemished. But the Mikdash Melech explains in the name of the works of the Arizal that the 70 years from Adam Arishon, their purpose was for building Malchus. And the 70 years of the Avos is for the purpose of the union, the supernal union of Malchus and Zah together. Ein Shana Shechasr Me'elef Shel Adam Arishon Hainu Ma Sheiniach L'Doros Olam Ein Shana. And we see that a different idea about Adam Arishon, and that is that the 70 years that he was missing from his 1,000, that is that those 70 years that he left for the generations of the world. Like it says that the days of our years are 70 years, taken from Adam. Zohar Vayechi Daf Reshit Vav the Enyin Yud Zayin Shana Hem Keneged Yosef ben 17 Shana Haya Roeh Chulu. And in Zohar Vayechi it says that the 17 years that Yaakov lived in Mitzrayim, they correspond with the 17 years that Yosef was shepherding. V'yesh lahar mipasuk v'tanach hateva b'chodesh hashvi v'shiva asar yom lachodesh chulu. We can awaken to the idea that's brought about the concept of how the Teva rested in the 7th month and the 17th of the month. Why did it rest on the 17th? Yud Zayin b'chinas tov, because 17 is the concept of good. Gematria tov. Vayehi yemei shanav yemei shnei chayav sheva shanim. So it says that the days of Yaakov were 7 years. Ki Yaakov gematria 7 Zayin Pamim Havaya, and that's because Yaakov is the gematrias of 7 times Havaya. And that is that he drew down the name of Havaya into the 7 supernal attributes. So that's the concept of 7. Just like in the previous Mamer, he explains why Yaakov starts with the smaller number 7 as opposed to the other tzaddikim that begin with a larger number. Because in the case of Yaakov, it represents other ideas, also very high, like over here. Look what's brought about the idea of planting the Eshel in Beersheba. And the 40 years of Yaakov, we can say that corresponds with the Mochin, Chachma bin Das, and Das is divided into 2, into Chesed and Gvura, like it says by Moshe Rabbeinu that he was there with Hashem for 40 days, corresponding with Chabad, and Das is division into Chesed and Gvura. Mi'ashana zeu Keser, in 100 years, that's Keser. So, and according to this, it's Yaakov is the Midos, the 7 is the Midos, and the Arbaim is the Mochin, and the 100 is Keser. Parshas Vayechi. Inami, or we can say, Arbaim u'me'as shana hem beis pamim shivim, that 140 years are 2 times 70. Like we just said, that David was given 2 sets of 70 years, so that's 140 like Avraham. Sag b'shem Hamikdash Melech. I'm not sure who Sag is, according to Mikdash Melech. And that is because from the 7 years, as they are composed of 10, that draws down 70. We can say that Yud, when you spell it Yud Vav Daled, so it's Gematria 20. If so, when you include 70 out of 10, but as 10 is fully spelled, him arbaim umeas. That's 140, because Yud times 7. So too it's brought that David composed in Tehillim 147 mizmorim keneged shnei chayei Yakov, corresponding with the years that Yaakov lived. Hainu ki tikun David zeu al yidei beis bechinos ayin hanal, and that is because the David fixing is through these two concepts of ayin. Fixing David is 2 times 70, like we said. Sure, Shem Zayin Midos Rekuf Mem Zayin. So that corresponds with 140. That's rooted in the 7. So that's Ruf Mem Zayin. And we can explain according to what's brought in Medrash Rabbah, Vayera, Shalamila, Nemar, so the Vayeli of. And about the Mila, it says that the secret of Vaya is to those who fear him. Sod Gematria Shivim. That the secret is Gematria 70. Shalideze Ani Mamid Mimcha Shivim Nefesh Yakov. That through this I will establish for you the 70 souls of Yakov through the Mila, because in the merit of the Mila. That's in Parshas Vayechi about Avraham, because Avraham did the Mila. So that's 70 Nefesh of Yakov. Umehem Yitzau Shivim Zikanim, and from them came the 70 elders by Matan Torah and the Sanhedrin. So that's 2 times 70. Fine. Mashikas mize bebuch tofresh tes bez dafnen zayin amud aleph. Umaylas shivim nefesh afal pishim shivim hem nefesh loshen yachid. And the greatness of the 70 soul is that even though they're 70, they're still called nefesh in the singular. In the singular, they habitual because they're nullified to Hashem. And this is all in the merit of the Mila. Vayin mize besido b'drushel lulav. Umaylas shivim zigenim neged shivim yom tov. And the greatness of the 70 elders in comparison to the 70 holidays. Shebehem me'ir ha'aras atik yomin k'moshekos of Sham. Because in them shines atik. I'm not sure what the Shivim Yom Tov is. So that's, I guess, in Buch Tafresh Tes, it explains that. Maybe it's Shivim Parim. Ef Shalom Beis Pamim Shivim, Hainu Beis Pamim Sod. Because he's talking about he brings from the Drushei Lulav, so maybe that's Drushei Lulav. You have the Shivim Parim of Chag, corresponding with the nations. That the 70 elders correspond with the Shivim Parim, which are the 70 corresponds with the Hara from Atik into the south. Like it's brought in the previous Mamer, that the 7 years of Yakov corresponds with a Gilur of Atik into Arich or into Zah in Bina. We have Shalom Beis Pamim Shivim Hainu Beis Pamim Sod, and we can say that the 2 times 70 corresponds with 2 times Sod, 2 times secrets. Halaf Bechinas Yisod Zah Mamshich Hel Mi Bechinas Soviv Kol Almin El Giloi. The first is Yisod Zah, that draws from Soviv into the revealed state. I guess Sod is Yisod without the Yud. Therefore Yisod is called the secret in the Zohar, because it's hidden and reveals Soviv into the revealed state of Malchus. Habez Yisod Abal Derazin. The second Sod, the second Yisod is the Yisod of Abba that draws down the secrets of the secrets. Beyond the concept of Soviv that surrounds the worlds. We calls it Himshich Yakov, and all of this is drawn from Yakov, the 2 70s. That's why his days are called 7 years. The Kufim 140. And in Beis Bechinas Sod Hanal, that is the two times. So the 2 times secrets, the secrets and the secrets of the secrets.